What's up, y'all? Keith Dykes here with W.K.D Construction, and welcome to my channel. On today's video, we are going to get started on the master bath shower here at the Melton Farm Project. We've just about got the bathroom buttoned up. We like the vanity, but as far as the floor tile, the backsplash tile, and our little freestanding tub surround, that's all done. So only major thing we like is the shower, and this is going to be a 4 foot by 4 foot custom tile shower. There are a few ways that you can actually make a shower pan. You got a hot mop, which I've never seen and never do here in my area. That is not an option in my area. I know probably West Coast area does do a lot of hot mopping. We don't do it here. You could do a rubber liner with a dry mud pack. I've done that with a little waterproofing. You can also do a Schluter, the foam pans. I've done a few of those, so those are a good option. But today we are going to be installing the best, in my opinion, just probably for the ease of installation and cleaning. I'm not a huge fan of tile in the bottom of a shower, just because if it was in my house, dude, I do not like to clean grout. Grout gets pretty stanky pretty quick, and you got to be on top of it for it to keep looking good, soap scum and all that. But what I'm going to use here is, I don't know, some of y'all may never seen it. It is a custom cultured marble poured. It's a formed up and poured cultured marble pan. Very structural. Weight's not going to be an issue. Holds up really well. Easy to clean. No grout lines. You can pick a color. They'll pour it, put a little rough texture on it, so you're not going to slip, and then put a drain form in the middle, and then I'll use a brass no caulk 2-inch drain and then hook the plumbing up. I can get those custom made out of a place in Murray, Kentucky, which is about 25 miles from me, 30 miles. It's called Thornton Tile and Marble, and I've been dealing with them for years. You can also get the culture marble countertops. They do have a good selection of tile and stuff, but they're the only people I know around that will do a custom poured cultured marble shower base. And I'll give you a little peek what we got. So of course we got our plumbing ready to rough in for our shower drains, 4 foot by 4 foot base. Got here, we're going to put a couple of Schluter niches. I am going to be using the K.D board with the K.D band, the screws, the whole Schluter system. I like the Schluter all set, so we'll be sticking to that whole system. But yeah, it's very, very easy to use. I really like it. It's lightweight. You don't have to fool with concrete board. I'm not a fan of the red guard and all that paint on crap. I don't know. I just feel the K.D product is better. Even if you did do a concrete board, I've been using the K.D wrap, the membrane, because it basically, to me, was the thinnest, easiest to work with, and it works really well. So even if I did do a concrete board, I would have put a K.D membrane over the top of that. But we'll go outside and I'll show you the shower base. Well, there it is. Let me unstrap it and I'll show you. Give you a little quick peek. So this is a fiberglass. They actually make a fiberglass mold, so it is 100% waterproof, and then they pour and texture the cultured marble. Got a nice formed drain in there, and then like I said, you just do a brass no caulk drain fitting. Then it's got sides. These are about 3 inches tall, so you don't have to worry about water getting up over the top of it, over the ledge, and having to seal off this joint. And then if you do have a curb in your shower, you can take the fiberglass and cut it however you want to. But this is just gonna sit right on the concrete. No special installation, just set it and go. We are all glued up, and yes, I did use blue glue. It's just because I like to see what's glued and what's not. I did put some silicone around there because I'm not going to fill that hole full of Saccrete or anything. So once we laid that down, the silicone will seal onto the bottom of the tub or the shower tray and seal it from moisture getting up into the house part. So all that will stay down below the slab and sealed off. And I did mix some thin set up, and we're just going to dab it in through there just to allow for the inconsistencies in the slab. And then we'll just let it set overnight. Come tomorrow and we will start on our Curdy board. Beautiful.
Like a glove.
Oh, Lord, Terry. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave this long, and I got one of those little inner pipe saws. Needed to leave it long so I could get some torque on it. So we'll let that dry real good. I'll get my little inner pipe saw. We'll cut that off, and then we will put the rubber washer and crown nut on there. It's got a little tapered end on it that goes down on your pipe. There's your little crown nut. Just trying to get it down to see where I needed to cut my pipe off at. There we go. Have to get it on there. Yeah, have to do a little trial and error. My little saw. Come on now. Got it. And just tighten her down. So here is a W.K.D universal cover. Got it in black, powder coated all the way from, well, I guess it's powder coated, maybe just painted, I don't know. Before I install the W.K.D board, I like to check my studs, make sure I don't have any huge bows in them. If I need to shim, I will shim. If I need to plane, I will plane them down. The foam, that's probably maybe, I like working with the foam, but it will move with you. If you're, of course, it's gonna fit the contour of the wall very easy. So before you start tiling, get a straight edge, check. Make sure you don't have any rocking. And if you do have any rocking, then like I said, you can either shim, glue some shims to the wall, put behind it, and then put your foam board on there. Or if you need to, plane it down. But in this case, I think I just got to use some, I'll just use some composite shims, some 16th inch shims, maybe double them up here and there. But I will get them, probably just glue them on there with some silicone, let them set, and then I can come back tomorrow and install the W.K.D board. So if we really talk about pros and cons about using a marble base, in my opinion, there's really no cons to it. It's all pros. It's a fiberglass shell, so it's waterproof. It's not gonna leak. The culture marble is waterproof. It's not gonna leak. I've got a approximately 3-inch piece of fiberglass side that is waterproof, so all I have to do is bring my W.K.D board over the top of it. I can notch my W.K.D board, or I can seal it right to the fiberglass if it sticks out a little bit. So that's a pro. You don't have to do any flashing. The installation time is second to nothing. I mean, literally, if I had everything ready to go, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you're ready to start putting your whatever you use. I like to use the W.K.D board, but if you're going to use concrete board, or well, I don't like rig guard. Let me go tell you that. I do not like drywall at all in the shower. I believe they need to smack the piss out of you if you're using drywall in a shower in a wet location. I don't care if it's green board. It needs to be, in my opinion, either a concrete board or a fiber cement. And then you're still going to apply a waterproofing membrane over the top of it. The W.K.D membrane, in my opinion, is the best. It's the thinnest. I've used a couple different other ones that you applique onto the wall, and by far the Schluter is the easiest to work with. You can crease it. It just goes down better than any of the other ones. But so yeah. And then the no-caulk brass drain basket, I mean, it's got a rubber O-ring, so that's not going to leak. So that, in my opinion, like I said, it's all pros. Because if you're going to get into a shower pan, and then you don't have to clean grout. You don't have to tile and clean grout, because that's a pain in the butt. And it's not easy. It is time-consuming to set tile in the bottom of a shower this way. I mean, you're setting and you're done. That's it. The base itself is kind of costly. It's about $1,400 for that base. That is 4 feet by 4 feet. But if you figure all that other stuff in, if you were going to buy, say, a Schluter pan, that's usually $300 or $400. And you got the drain. There's $100. And then the time to put the pan in, and then you're going to have to tile it to even get up to waterproof, to be ready, because like I said, this is done. So there's a lot of labor involved if you're going to tile versus just setting a fiberglass or a cultured marble shower base. And that's where all your water damage comes from, is a faulty tray installation. With this one, it's a no-brainer. You just set it and you're ready to go. There's not going to be any leaking. It's 100% waterproof as it is right now. So We won't be coming back to have repair. Won't be leaking out of a rubber membrane. So like I said, all pros. Think about, this is definitely a very good option. It looks great to me, and comes in a variety of colors. I mean, just about any color you can think of, they can make a marble shower tray. Oh yeah, and it's very structurally sound. That thing is 1.5 to 2 inches thick poured. So you're not gonna squish it, you're not gonna break it. I know that's an issue with some people about using the foam curdy pans. And it's kind of iffy sometimes, unless you're using a big tile. Small tiles, yeah, it could be a problem down the road. This, no problem. You can be a big fella and get in there, and you're not gonna have any problems. All right, pop it in there. Well, there it is. Oh, come on now. All right, pop it in there. All right, if you need to take it back out, it's got that little tool right there to tighten the nut on there. Pops it right off. Well, today is the day we're going to start on the curdy board for the tile. Is the Schluter curdy board, the piece I cut off. I do like to use it because it is foam, and man, it makes it so much easier to work with. If you've ever worked with concrete board or fiber cement, you know it is a pain in the ass. It's dirty, it's dusty, it's a lot of mess. So I do like the curdy board. One step, you put it on, you're waterproofed. Well, not one step, you got to put the curdy band and cover your screws. But as far as if you use a concrete board, you're going to have to wrap it with a water membrane of some sort anyway. One and done. So I got a little slight issue, not a whole big one, but let me show you. All right, so we got the fiberglass pan, which is awesome. Of course, we got the side here, the fiberglass side. And I want to bring my curdy board over the top of that. And what I need to notch, you can kind of see what we're working with here. I'm gonna leave about, I don't know, 1/8, maybe 3/16 over the top. And instead of using the curdy band or something right here, I'm gonna notch the board to where it comes over the top of that face, and I won't have to do any extra work. So I think I'm going to use a router and router it out, because if I use a multi-tool, I think it'd be too uneven. So I got my little palm router set up, and we're going to do that method, I think. Let's go. So I set it up, tried a little test run, and it works good. It may take a minute. It'll be a little messy, but I think it'll work perfectly. You can see I've got a good notch. It'll firm up once we put the thin setting tile on there. So, but I just wanted to have that full waterproofing membrane come all the way down to the bottom of the tray. Worked like a champ. Here is the Schluter Curdy board screw set. It's got little washers and screws. I'm putting in 12 inches, every 12 inches apart on every stud. I got my laser set up on my stud layout. Here's the little clippies. Got little tits on them. I got tits, fucker. Can you milk me? Let's go ahead and stick these in. Every 12 inches vertically. Then the kit comes with screws, little galvanized, looks like a little sheetrock screw. Kind of flush. So I just put the tab just barely below the surface. That's it. See how easy that was? Nice and clean. You ain't gonna do that with concrete boards. I know there's other types of brands of board systems out there. The W.K.D and some of the other Go board, I think. In my area, I cannot get it. So, this is my actually the only one that I can get locally. So I have learned to use it. I do like to use it. I would like to try some other ones out. So maybe one day I can try a different system out, but it hadn't let me down yet. So I'm gonna stay with the Curdy for a while, unless one of y'all want to send me something. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. So we've got the two large walls installed on this little short wall. I had to get the planer out. Had a little bow in the wall, and then I furred it out. Because the lip down here, I made the pan narrower than the opening just because I needed some room to get, to be able to fudge it if I needed to. So this side had a little bigger gap, so I just furred this wall out. That way my Schluter board, my Curdy board, will go on and just go right over the top of it and not be an issue. I will have to notch it right here. Had a little dippity doo-dah, but I'll go over the top and router it like I did this one. Won't be no big deal. And then I got the preformed Curdy niche. These are 12 by 12. These I highly recommend if you make your own. Man, you can do it, but it does take a minute. But I'm just gonna stick them right here. We'll put one here, and then we're gonna put one over here. Same height. That way, when you're walking up to the shower, you're looking right here. The shampoo bottles and stuff are hidden in this wall. Instead of looking up and seeing all that crap on shelves and shampoo and conditioner. Conditioner is better. If you're a Adam Sandler, little Billy Madison, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so we're gonna hide them down there. Just makes it look cleaner. Gets all that stuff out of sight. For the niche, I simply just, since they're the same thickness as the Curdy board, I'll get my location where I want it to. I'll just put them back, turn them on the back side, level them, plumb them, make sure they're right, and then just mark the outline of it, cut it with a knife, and then we'll just sneak it right into that pocket, and then everything's smooth and flush. And then of course we'll come back with our Curdy band and cover up that seam. But yeah, easy as that. I'll just cut it out. We'll sneak these in. Did he do his job right? Got it. Make just a hair bigger. That gives you a little slack. You can replumb it before you put a screw in there. You would not be doing that with concrete ball at all. Where did I put that at? Oh. Where did I just put the new shit?
It's in it.
It's in there. It's in there. Got him. See if he's paying attention. Booyah. I'll just check before you go hardcore. Both my niches are lined up. Right there's what it needs to be. Kill two birds with one stone. Just kind of use your clip right there. I shouldn't have used that one right there, but you can kind of pin both sides at one time. All of my Curdy board is installed, and I just took a little bit of the Curdy fix and just did my corners. I'm gonna do that. I did that, wiped it down with a painter's tool. We had a nice, good, crisp corner. Just before I'm gonna put the Curdy band. Of course, I'll put the Curdy band in the corner over the top. So I just went ahead and did a little of the Curdy fix caulking. Just, I don't know. I just thought I wanted to do it, so I did. Now you can see I'm using the Curdy band, which is their fabric. Comes in a roll. Just take some scissors, just kind of eyeball square. Scissors work a lot better than a knife. And then you just ply it on the wall over your screw holes, and of course we'll do the corners too, but as a whole, as a one strip. But so I'm just doing all my nail holes, my screw buttons, or whatever you want to call them, fasteners right now. After you put your mud on, I didn't show you. I forgot to I forgot to do that. Use a 3/16 notch trowel, or I think it's an 8 by 8 square notch, but a 3/16 just a notch trowel. That way, I guess it gives it a little room for air, I guess, to squish around in there. You can kind of take it. That's a good thing about the Schluter membrane. You kind of crease it a little bit, but if not, I got my niche right there, the niche that I don't want to go beyond, so I'm just going to fit it to that, which is like 1 3/4 inches. So here is a valve flashing kit. Makes it work really well. There we have it. That's my video on how we installed a cultured marble shower base and prepped the walls with the Schluter Curdy board. With part 2 of this video, I'm going to be coming back. I'll post another video on all of the tile installation. We ended up using a vertical ceramic, or not a vertical ceramic. I think it was a 4x12, but we installed it vertically on the niches. We mitered the niches. So it turned out a very slick shower. I was really tickled with the way it turned out. So come back, check out part 2, and you'll see how we install all of the tile. As I said earlier in the video, I really like the Curdy line of products, all of them, all the Schluter products. I really like the Curdy board. It is kind of costly, but if you did like I did, I was at Lowe's and they only had like 3 or 4 sheets and the corner was kind of banged up a little bit. So I went to my guy in commercial sales. I'm like, man, this stuff is beat up. You gonna give me a discount? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna give you a discount. So I think I got it for like nearly half price, a whole sheet. So I think you get 50 bucks for a whole sheet. So that's cool. So damaged items might help you out. Another good thing I like about the Curdy board, since it's on styrofoam, you put it up against the wall, you screw it, fasten it to the wall. I think, you know, a house moves over time. In my personal opinion, I feel that once the tile gets bonded to the Curdy board, and then of course you got a styrofoam, so there's kind of like a thermal break, you know, a break in between the wood and the tile. So in my opinion, that gives it some movement. You know what I mean? The house can kind of move. The styrofoam can, you know, it's going to kind of move in behind it. So in my opinion, I think that is a great bonus for that, because your corners are going to stay true. They're going to stay together. I feel longer, because you're not going to have, you've got flexibility in that corner, being that it's styrofoam. It's held together with a membrane. So I don't know, that's just kind of my 2 cents on that. You know, you've got the Go board, which is a little more solid. Some of the other Weedies and stuff, they're a little more of a concrete based board. Of course, you got the Durarock and stuff. So if you're really bonding to something hard like that, I think that's where in the corners, you're gonna have a little movement. Then your grout line can be susceptible to cracking later on down the road. So I really like the Curdy board for this situation, just to kind of, I think it kind of helps with that. Once again, I'm Keith Dykes. This was the master shower tile prep for the Melton Farm Project. Thanks for watching, and as always, got it, coach. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.